I've literally given my whole life to tennis, and it's time for me to give my life to something else.
Yeah.
And then my dad is like, Serena, you should play one more slam. You should play like 2 more Grand Slams.
Serena Williams didn't just make tennis history, she redefined greatness itself. But what truly has the world talking isn't just the trophies she's won, it's the incredible transformation she's undergone. From a young girl in Compton picking up her first racket to the most outstanding athletes whose influence extends far beyond the court. What failures, triumphs, and bold decisions shaped this one-of-a-kind legend? In this video, you'll uncover untold turning points, pivotal moments, and the extraordinary journey of Serena. Get ready to be captivated by her transformation like never before. Serena Williams was raised in a faith-driven, disciplined household. Born on September 26, 1981, in Saginaw, Michigan, Serena Jamaica Williams is the daughter of Richard and Oracene Williams. Her father, Richard, a former sharecropper from Louisiana, endured a tough and often unjust upbringing, marked by significant hardships that shaped his resilience. When Serena was just 2 years old, the family moved to Compton, California. Even as a young child, Serena showed an intense competitive streak, always eager to come out on top, whether it was in family talent shows or everyday challenges. This determination became a cornerstone of her future success on the tennis court. Religion was also central to her childhood. Williams has openly spoken about her family's commitment to their Jehovah's Witness faith. In a conversation with Oprah, she recalled, "We were brought up as Jehovah's Witnesses, so we have a strong spiritual background," and credited her parents' guidance for keeping her grounded, saying, "Fortunately, we listened to our parents, which I think is one reason we're blessed." As a young girl, Serena dreamed of more than just athletic achievements. She once expressed, "I want to be a giving woman and just a nice person in general." Her remarkable charitable work today reflects those early aspirations, embodying the generosity and compassion she envisioned for herself as a child. From a young age, Venus and Serena Williams always looked out for one another. Serena, the youngest of 5 siblings, and Venus, just a year older, were more than sisters. They were each other's rock. Growing up side by side, their connection was unshakable, with a shared promise to always look out for one another. Serena opened up about one of their most touching memories in an interview with Oprah, revealing, "Once, when we were younger, I ran out of lunch money, and we were both hungry. Venus said, 'Serena, you take my money, you go eat.' In that moment, Venus put her sister's needs first, allowing Serena to enjoy a warm meal, while she herself had to settle for a simple peanut butter and jelly sandwich. For much of her childhood, Serena admired Venus deeply, often looking up to her older sister as the shining example of talent and success. This admiration was so strong that at times it felt like Serena was living in Venus's shadow. "My parents would make me order first, but once she ordered, I'd change my mind," Serena shared, highlighting the influence Venus had on her. The overwhelming desire to follow in Venus's footsteps made it difficult for Serena to find her own voice and embrace her unique identity. "It was tough for me to stop being Venus and become the person I am," she confessed. Serena Williams fell in love with tennis as a child, thanks to her father. At just 3 years old, Serena was handed a tennis racket by Richard Williams, a man whose unwavering belief in his daughter's potential would shape their futures. Alongside his wife, Oracene, Richard taught himself to play the game, determined to pass on his passion for tennis to his girls, especially Serena and Venus. Looking back on her father's role in her journey, Serena told Oprah, "Our father doesn't get enough credit. He showed us how to serve, and we have the biggest serves in women's tennis." Serena and Venus quickly proved themselves to be tennis prodigies, drawing the attention of renowned coach Rick Maxey, who mentored Serena from 1991 to 1995. Maxey was struck by the raw intensity and athleticism the sisters displayed. What blew me away was their burning desire to run and fight and get to every ball like their hair was on fire, he recalled in an interview with ESPN. I had never seen bodies that could move like that. While Richard's initial motivation was financial, he recognized tennis as a way to create opportunities for his daughters. The true love for the sport blossomed within Serena herself. She credits much of her success to her parents' steadfast guidance during her formative years, reflecting in an interview with Oprah magazine. Fortunately, we listened to our parents, which I think is one reason we're blessed. We never went out and got crazy. In 1995, Serena Williams stepped into the professional tennis world for the first time. At just 14 years old, Serena nervously faced the pressure of her first professional match. After years of rigorous training, she was filled with excitement but overwhelmed with anxiety. In her own words, she recalled on Instagram, "Butterflies consumed my stomach, leaving no space for me to eat before the match." Her debut, however, didn't go as planned. Serena was defeated by Annie Miller in under an hour. Serena admitted, "Basically, she crushed me. Not only did I look like a novice, but I felt like I didn't belong on the court at all." Despite the crushing loss, Serena's determination only grew stronger. Rather than letting defeat define her, she was fueled by an even deeper desire to succeed. Born with an innate, insatiable desire to never quit. "I knew I would return," she said. "I would come back." And come back she did, proving to the world, match after match, that she was destined for greatness. Serena Williams soared to the pinnacle of tennis. Though her first professional match ended in disappointment, it was clear from the start that Serena was made of something different. Losing didn't fit into her mindset. After that loss, she set her sights on the top, and the results followed. By 1998, she and her mixed doubles partner, Max Mirny, had already conquered Wimbledon and the U.S. Open. The next year, Serena joined forces with her sister, Venus, in their Fed Cup debut, where they dominated the competition. But it was in 1999 when Serena truly made history, winning her first Grand Slam title at just 17 years old. She became the first African-American woman to win a Grand Slam title in the Open era, a groundbreaking achievement that catapulted her into the media spotlight. She graced the cover of Sports Illustrated, and the world began to take notice. But Serena's rise to tennis dominance didn't stop there. In 2002, she etched her name deeper into history, capturing 4 major titles in a row: the Italian Open, the French Open, the U.S. Open, and Wimbledon. What was even more remarkable? Her biggest challenge in each of those tournaments came from her own sister, Venus. As Serena continued to shatter records and exceed expectations, it left many wondering, what is it about athletes like Serena that allows them to conquer both their sport and the mental barriers we all face? What can we learn from their unshakable resilience? Serena Williams confronted racism throughout her career. Even as Serena Williams rose to the top of tennis, she was not immune to the harsh realities of racism. Offensive cartoons, racial slurs from hecklers, and disproportionate drug testing became part of her daily battles. Serena was often singled out in ways that were clearly racially motivated, with some even questioning her abilities simply because of her race. In 2002, for example, she faced excessive drug testing compared to her peers, a clear indication of the racial bias that was prevalent in the sport at the time. Her attire, too, sparked endless controversy. Fans and critics alike would scrutinize her every move, with some going so far as to criticize her outfits, calling them inappropriate or too bold. During the 2004 U.S. Open, for instance, Serena wore denim shorts, which were met with disapproval from some in the tennis world who felt it didn't align with the traditional image of a tennis player. Despite the criticism, Serena never backed down. She wore what made her feel strong and confident, unapologetically breaking boundaries and setting new standards for athletes, especially women of color. But Serena's challenges didn't stop there. She also had to deal with the sexism that runs deep in the sport. One of the most memorable moments of her career came in 2018 during the U.S. Open final, when she was penalized for verbal abuse by a referee. Serena's response was powerful. "There are men out here that do a lot worse, but because I'm a woman, you're going to take this away from me? That is not right." Her words struck a chord, not just in tennis but across all sports, shedding light on the gender bias that female athletes often face. Serena had long been an advocate for equality, and this moment only amplified her voice, showing that she would always stand up for fairness and respect. Despite the constant negativity, Serena continued to prove that her talent was undeniable. Each victory was more than just a win. It was a statement. One of her most iconic achievements came in 2017 when she won the Australian Open while 8 weeks pregnant. This stunning feat not only secured her 23rd Grand Slam title, but also demonstrated her extraordinary strength and resilience. It was a moment that left the world in awe and cemented her legacy as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Serena Williams suffered an unimaginable loss in 2003. Just 1 year after cementing her place as a tennis icon in 2002, tragedy struck. On September 14, 2003, Serena's oldest sister, Yetunde Price, was tragically killed in Compton at the age of 31. Caught in the crossfire of a gang-related shooting while in a car with her boyfriend, Yetunde's death rocked the Williams family to its core. The pain was indescribable. Serena's sister, Aisha Price, reflected on the loss, saying, "Unless you've experienced that kind of loss, you can't fully describe to somebody else what that feels like part of yourself is gone. You have to almost relearn how to live, how to approach every day." In the aftermath of this devastating loss, Serena bravely shared the deep impact of gun violence on her family during an episode of Advocacy. She stressed the importance of addressing difficult topics, saying, "We need to get comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. Things won't improve if you keep avoiding them. You have to face them head on." As if the pain of losing Yetunde wasn't enough, Serena also had to endure her parents' divorce in 2002, compounding the emotional toll. During this incredibly difficult period, she was not only mourning her sister's death and navigating family upheaval, but she was also dealing with physical injuries that slowed her tennis career. In 2010, Serena Williams suffered a serious accident, causing her to miss Wimbledon. Despite the crushing grief of losing her sister, Serena remained determined. She fought through personal struggles and injuries to reclaim her title at Wimbledon in both 2009 and 2010, proving that nothing could dampen her passion for the game. But in 2010, while in Germany, disaster struck again. Serena stepped on broken glass, severely injuring her foot and tearing the tendon in her right foot. She initially carried on, unaware of the extent of the damage, until she noticed her big toe was drooping. A visit to the doctor revealed the full extent of the injury through an MRI. "I thought about it and realized surgery was the best option, both for my career and my life," she shared in an interview with The Guardian. However, her recovery was far from smooth. Just months after the surgery, Serena re-injured the same tendon, forcing her to miss the entire season. As though that wasn't enough, in 2011, she faced a serious health scare when she was hospitalized for a pulmonary embolism, a condition that required immediate treatment. These consecutive obstacles tested her resilience on every level. Despite these immense challenges, Serena showed the world the true power of her determination. In 2012, she made an inspiring comeback, reclaiming her Wimbledon title and proving once again that nothing could break her spirit. In 2017, Serena Williams experienced a fairy tale wedding. It all began in 2015, when fate led Serena to an unexpected meeting with Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, at a hotel breakfast in Rome. The connection was instant, and what started as a casual encounter quickly grew into something much deeper. The chemistry between them was undeniable, and by the following year, Alexis was ready to take their relationship to the next level. In a gesture that perfectly echoed their love story, Alexis Ohanian whisked Serena Williams back to the very place where it all began, the same cozy table at the Rome Hotel where they first met. It was here that he proposed, creating a magical moment that Serena later described as such a beautiful moment during an interview with Vogue. Their romance culminated in an extravagant, star-studded wedding just a year later. The couple exchanged vows in a fairy tale ceremony at the Contemporary Arts Center in New Orleans, setting the stage for their love to shine. Serena stunned in a breathtaking custom Alexander McQueen ball gown, causing her husband to marvel as she walked down the aisle. Dapper in an Armani suit, Alexis couldn't contain his joy, declaring in his vows, "I'm so excited to write so many more chapters of our fairy tale together, and my whole life, I didn't even realize it, but I was waiting for this moment." The magic of their love story was only just beginning, as just 2 months before their wedding, they welcomed their first child, starting their journey as a family. Becoming a mother fulfilled Serena Williams' long-held dream. While her tennis career is filled with extraordinary milestones, nothing fills Serena with more pride and joy than the birth of her daughter, Alexis Olympia Ohanian Jr. Reflecting on the experience, she joked with Vogue, "We're not spending a day apart until she's 18. At 36, Serena often reflects on her childhood aspirations, noting, "Now that I look at my baby, I remember that this was also one of my goals when I was little, before tennis took over, when I was still just a normal girl who played with dolls." After dedicating years to her sport, the joy of motherhood must have felt deeply rewarding. Beyond the happiness of having Olympia, Serena, known for her grounded nature, has shared how parenthood has brought her a sense of calm and stability. The nerves that once gripped her before high-stakes matches have been replaced with the comfort of knowing she has a beautiful baby waiting at home. "Knowing I've got this beautiful baby to go home to makes me feel like I don't have to play another match," she admitted candidly. Serena Williams saved her own life in the hospital. While her pregnancy went smoothly, her labor took a frightening turn. As the delivery was approaching, Serena had to undergo an emergency C-section when her heart rate suddenly plummeted. Thankfully, the procedure was a success, and she finally held her daughter for the first time. "That was an amazing feeling," she recalled with Vogue, and then everything went bad. Things took a terrifying turn when Serena Williams suddenly found herself struggling to breathe. Fearing she might be facing another pulmonary embolism, she urgently flagged down a nurse, gasping for air, and demanded a CT scan along with blood thinners. Unfortunately, her concerns weren't taken seriously at first. Instead, the medical team chose to perform an ultrasound on her legs. "I was like, a Doppler? I told you, I need a CT scan and a heparin drip," she recalled with frustration. When the ultrasound yielded no results, Serena's medical team finally heeded her insistence. A CT scan revealed small blood clots in her lungs. "I was like, listen to Dr. Williams," she emphasized. Thanks to her unwavering persistence, she received the life-saving treatment she knew she needed, heparin, which ultimately saved her life. Serena Williams is on a mission to shatter barriers. Beyond being a tennis icon, a devoted wife, and a loving mother, Serena is a fierce advocate for women and girls, and she's committed to changing the status quo. She's determined to fight for greater equality, saying, "In this society, women are not taught or expected to be the future leaders or future CEOs. The narrative has to change." Yes, Serena. Let's make sure everyone hears you. Though Williams knows she can't single-handedly overhaul the system, she believes that by using her voice, she can spark change, one step at a time. "Maybe it doesn't get better in time for me," she admitted, but someone in my position can show women and people of color that we have a voice because Lord knows I use mine. And Serena doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. Through her venture capital firm, she supports marginalized communities, and she runs a size-inclusive fashion label, aptly named Serena. For Serena Williams, her blackness is her pride. Serena has always embraced her black identity with a deep sense of pride, never wishing to be anyone else or lighter-skinned. I like who I am, I like how I look, and I love representing the beautiful dark women out there, she said with confidence. For me, it's perfect. I wouldn't want it any other way. Her unwavering self-love not only reflects her inner confidence, but also her commitment to uplifting and empowering others who share her experience. As a fierce advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement, Serena Williams has fully embraced the power of technology in exposing the injustices that have long been ignored. At the end of May 2020, I had so many people who were white writing to me saying, "I'm sorry for everything you've had to go through," she remembered. I was like, well, you didn't see any of this before? I've been talking about this my whole career. Her unfiltered response reflects the frustration she feels about the lack of awareness surrounding systemic racism and her unyielding commitment to keep speaking out. While the challenges persist, Williams draws comfort from the progress she's witnessing, noting that Black voices are finally being amplified. It's been one thing after another, she admitted, but she remains optimistic about the future and the increasing recognition of the Black community's struggles. Is Serena Williams the GOAT? No question. And she's just getting started. Given all that Serena has accomplished, countless Grand Slam and Wimbledon titles, multi-millionaire status, and the joy of motherhood, it might seem like she's earned the right to take a break and enjoy her triumphs. In a candid moment, she shared, "To be honest, there's something really attractive about the idea of moving to San Francisco and just being a mom." But then, without missing a beat, she added, "But not yet. But not yet." So, what keeps fueling this relentless drive? Williams is clear about her ambitions. Maybe this goes without saying, but it needs to be said in a powerful way. I absolutely want more Grand Slams. Her pursuit isn't just about personal glory, it's deeply tied to the legacy she wants to leave behind. I'm well aware of the record books, unfortunately. It's not a secret that I have my sights on 25, she revealed, setting her sights on a monumental goal. Why 25 wins? Reaching that milestone would place Serena Williams just one Grand Slam title ahead of the legendary Margaret Court, cementing her legacy as the greatest tennis player of all time. With her unwavering determination and extraordinary talent, there's no doubt that Williams has the potential to prove herself once and for all on tennis's biggest stages. The tennis icon made her retirement official. In an emotional conversation with her close friend Meghan Markle on the Archetypes podcast, Serena Williams candidly discussed the double standards she's faced throughout her career. So it was nothing short of inspiring to see her walk away from the sport on her own terms. Serena shared her retirement announcement in a personal essay for Vogue, revealing that her final match as a professional athlete would take place at the U.S. Open. However, the tennis legend, widely considered one of the greatest athletes of all time, made it clear that her next chapter isn't about quitting, it's about evolving. "I've never liked the word retirement," she confessed. "Maybe the best word to describe what I'm up to is evolution. I'm here to tell you that I'm evolving away from tennis and toward other things that matter to me." A key reason behind her decision to step away from the sport is her daughter, Olympia, who is now her top priority. "I never wanted to have to choose between tennis and a family. I don't think it's fair," she wrote. "If I were a guy, I wouldn't be writing this because I'd still be out there playing and winning while my wife handled the physical labor of expanding our family." Though this decision wasn't easy and carries deep emotional significance, Serena acknowledges that it's the right move for her life moving forward. Serena Williams embraced a new chapter in 2023. After revealing her retirement in 2022, Serena Williams expressed a desire to focus more on her family, sharing her hopes for more children in the future. Yet, her time away from tennis also led her to rediscover her faith as a Jehovah's Witness. In a touching moment recently captured in a video shared by the Jehovah's Witnesses Examiner on Facebook, Serena was baptized during a service in West Palm Beach, Florida. In stark contrast to the grandiosity she's known for on the tennis court, this spiritual moment was marked by a quiet reverence, with soft applause from those in attendance as she took this significant step in her faith journey. Although Serena Williams has yet to publicly comment on her baptism, members of the Jehovah's Witness community have flooded social media with warm congratulations. One user shared, "Congratulations! I heard you've been studying for a while," acknowledging her dedication to deepening her faith. Another message read, "Dear Sister Serena, huge congratulations on your courageous decision to serve Jehovah wholeheartedly. It must have been a difficult decision, but one that was both thoughtful and well-informed. Well done." Serena's commitment to raising her daughters as Jehovah's Witnesses has also captured attention. When she welcomed her first daughter, Alexis Olympia Ohanian, in 2017, Serena made headlines by announcing that she wouldn't be throwing a birthday party for Olympia. "Olympia doesn't celebrate birthdays," the tennis legend explained. "We're Jehovah's Witnesses, so we don't do that." In addition to Olympia, Serena and her husband, Alexis Ohanian, welcomed their second daughter, Adira River Ohanian, in 2023. While this decision may seem surprising to some, it is in line with the beliefs of devout Jehovah's Witnesses, who typically avoid religious holidays and celebrations like Christmas and Easter. Birthdays are also excluded from their observances, as they believe such festivities may displease God, according to the official Jehovah's Witness website. What's more, Serena's husband, Alexis, has shown full support for this choice. In a 2017 Vogue interview, Serena revealed that Alexis was not only open to her faith, but actively curious about it. "Being a Jehovah's Witness is important to me, but I've never really practiced it and wanted to get deeper into it," Serena shared. "Alexis didn't grow up going to any church, but he's very open and even takes the lead. He always puts my needs first." As Serena Williams embarks on this transformative new chapter of her life, she offers an inspiring example of how to balance personal goals and family life. How do you feel about Serena's choice to prioritize her family over her career? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on Serena's incredible transformation and her journey beyond tennis.